again tonight to stream some more board game adaptations with you. Huge board game fan, love seeing the adaptations coming into the digital world now, and I'm taking a look at some of the cool ones, really new ones, including Gloomhaven, which just went live within maybe the last couple of weeks and is now released. If you're a big fan of the physical board game, you're going to be really excited because this is going to be a direct port of all the rules pretty much. There's going to be a little bit of differences, and what's interesting is what they released at the very beginning here is one of those big differences. They have an adventure mode, which is sort of more like a procedurally generated roguelike mode with the characters still leveling up, getting treasures. There's some degradable items or items that have durability that can be eventually worn down and destroyed, which adds the ability to give you more powerful short-term items. And then there's leveling up and those kind of things in adventure mode. Eventually, there's going to be multiplayer, campaigning, modding, everything you could possibly want. It's pretty exciting. But for now, they only have the adventure mode just to kind of play test it a little bit. There are only 4 characters that you can choose from when you're playing. The first 2 I have here, Venom Stone. Obviously, you get Cragheart and Scoundrel. You can also play the Brute and the Spellweaver. Those are the 4 that are available. And then what's really cool is they added this feature where they put a little bit of a difficulty symbols on here. So different depending on the pair that you pick, it'll be pretty easy. Like if you pick Doom Crushers, up to more moderate with yellow, and then red can get pretty complicated as far as staging combos and those kind of things. Go to Spellweaver and Scoundrel. That would be kind of an interesting... It is a 4-person difficulty, or a 4-skull difficulty, so that would be interesting to see if you could succeed. I've never tried that in the physical board game either, so I don't know how you'd survive, but you definitely do a lot of damage. Maybe nothing would be alive long enough. Eventually, I'll be able to unlock taking 3 heroes in or 4 heroes, but you do have to beat some bosses in adventure mode to unlock that ability, which is kind of a way of easing you in to the tutorial type of thing. So they did decrease the requirements. It used to be you have to fight like 2 bosses to get 3 heroes, and then several to beat to get 4 heroes. So I'm glad they kind of decreased it a little bit. I don't mind it being kind of something to strive for. It's not a huge deal. They did release a new update this week. There's a new patch, some new patch notes. There's some new road events. I still haven't really encountered that many road events, but there are some new ones apparently, and they have a greater variety of environments. I did already see some kind of new stuff in the last time I was adventuring. It's pretty cool. It looks like there's new cards added as well, and I'm not sure if those cards will be available as X cards, because I can't remember they just have them listed based on the title. So they don't necessarily say what level they are. But I'm interested in seeing because one of them is available for the Scoundrel, so I'm interested in seeing if it'll be available right now when I jump in. It looks like you can disable the UI now to screenshot. There's some updated attack modifier visuals, hopefully even better than last week. I liked it. It was a little bit slower and a little bit easier to read, but they're still doing some work on those, so hopefully it'll become even cooler. Definitely very nitpicky things at all, as far as I'm concerned. Some people have called, I saw on the forums in the patch notes, that some people are asking to just see the modifier card actually flipped over, or to have the ability to just click on it and flip it over yourself, which would add some time to the game. But it'll be interesting. I'm not sure what direction they'll eventually end up evolving it into. So we'll kind of continue here, loading up the adventure. I've beaten one path already, and now I'm kind of in the middle of a scenario going down a new path, and I believe there's just a one dungeon path that I'm on right now. Looks like for Cragheart, he was about at the point of needing a long rest. He's missing some hit points anyway, so I think we'll just go with that with him. The Scoundrel has just gotten her cards back. She must have already done a long rest or short rest. So I think I'm just going to take some higher level cards for her. And I'm just going to move on top of the treasure. I'm not going to open the door quite yet. So we will start with the scoundrel. I could just use the loot and grab it, but it'll be probably more beneficial to me to actually just move closer to the door and then skip the rest of my movement. And then just skip the attack. Alright, so Craghart now has to choose. Remember, if you do a long rest, you not only get the advantage of gaining some HP back, but you also get the ability to pick your card that you're going to burn. And I still have the problem with the when you hold over the mouse over the card, I can't remember what they call that, the mouse over inspection window that comes up is a little too high. You can't read the entire card, but I can just hold down on Alt to take a look at Massive Boulder itself. It's an attack 3, range 3, all allies adjacent to the target suffer damage. That's a pretty good card. This is actually a good way to pick, I think, anyway, by looking at all the cards at once to pick which card I need to get rid of. Maybe I'll pick Rock Tunnel. There's not a lot of obstacle destruction necessary at this point, although I could have gotten rid of that vase in front of me. But that's okay. Alright. So I'm going to try to move to the door at this point. I can have Craghart do that with Massive Boulder. I think that's his highest movement that he has without burning a card. So then I kind of want to go early. I think he's fully healed. No, he does still have 2 points of damage. So maybe I'll just heal him. So we'll do Rumbling Advance and make it the initiative number. Remember, you can just left click on the number if you want to switch cards and make the one of them earlier or later. There's advantages to both. Obviously, if you go later, you're going to wait and see what all the enemies are going to do first. And then I still have to pick the Scoundrels ability cards. I could have her move 5, and she would go really fast. The only downside would be that she would go in the room first. Maybe I don't really need to move that far, actually. If he's going to stay in the doorway, she might not actually need to move 5 spaces. So maybe I'll do a special mixture move in case I can get close to someone to poison them. And then I'll do the old throwing knives. And I'll actually have her go later than him by having special mixture as my leading card. Alright. So he's going first. I'm going to have him move 4. So he has 1 movement left, and I've got to decide now if I want to do it. I think I do. I think I'm going to go ahead and come into the room. Wish I could move 1 more space. Okay. So I could heal here, or I could just do a basic attack. I feel as though healing will be good because he's going to get hit pretty hard, so any extra health boost I give him here, And it looks like there's a bandit archer that's going to go next, and it's going to move 2 and attack 1. It's going to move back out of range, but at least my healing will bring me up to max. And it infused earth, which I could use for Dirt Tornado next round. That's the plan. Always setting up for the future. Okay, so he's immobilized. Not a big deal because Dirt Tornado's ranged. So I am going to use my move 3, but not to poison. Just to be able to move 3 spaces. So I can get as close as I can. Now I've got 2 targets. Damn, I'm only going to be able to hit one of them. So I'll use the throwing knives. Unfortunately, I can only hit the lead bandit archer. So that's interesting. There's it's a little bit bigger as far as the modifier card. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, since I should anyway, to make it easier for everyone to see. But the modifier card is a little bit more obvious. And what I love too is they've color coded it. If you notice, I'm hovering over here. If you look at the Cragheart attack modifiers, each one is color coded now. So a miss and -2 and -1 is probably in purple, and then we've got orange for 0, +1, +2, and then ×2 will be in red. So it'd be great. Let's see if that shows up in the same way. So it looks like the Bandit Guard emboldened himself and shielded himself. And Strengthen will give him an advantage on his next attack. So I think I'm going to try to stay away from him. I'm hoping that he won't be able to move toward me too easily. I'm going to try the old Dirt Tornado. And then I'm going to try to go earlier before them. And I can give a shield too if I wanted to burn this, but I'm not really far into this dungeon so far. I've only killed a little bit less than half. I think I'll be over half, but that means there's at least 1 or 2 more rooms. So I think I won't start burning cards just yet. She's gonna run out too, so I gotta be careful not to burn anything. And she doesn't have anything else that will attack at range, so she's gonna have to get up in some faces. So I think we'll start with the Venom Shiv. I could go invisible. But again, I don't want to burn a card too quickly. And these guys aren't going to be too difficult. Okay. Unfortunately, I also wish I had a push or something. I don't think she has one at all. And I'm really interested to see if I get any new cards to choose from at, in between adventures, but I have to finish this one first, so we'll have to wait on that. Okay, so I think I have her cards picked. She's going to try to go early also. So Bandit Guard, Bandit Archer are both moving later. They're moving, Bandit Guard's moving and attacking, but at range, so that's interesting. They're both doing range attacks. The Bandit Archer's going to do a heavy range attack, so I need to try to finish off her first. And I just realized something important. If Cragheart's going to muddle her if she goes into the... Oh, she does have a pull. Well, I wish I wasn't using Smoke Bomb. I wasn't looking on the bottom. I can pull an enemy. Wish I would have seen that. Oh well. Well, I think I can do this. I can have her move up with a basic movement, and I think I can orient the the dirt tornado so it's not hitting her. And so she'll attack and poison this bandit archer, which, if I draw a 0 modifier, it should kill this archer. So I'm zooming in so you guys can see a close-up of the new modifier draw for sure. So see, I did draw a -1, which is crazy. I'm drawing all my negative modifier cards for some reason. But you did see the big purple -1, and I infused poison, or inflicted her with poison, which means everybody's attack will be increased by 1 now. So he's going to do his dirt tornado. Yeah, so this will not affect. I'm choosing the bandit guard as the center of the attack area of attack, so now my rogue will not be hit, my scoundrel. It's only going to do a limited amount of damage. Ooh. I just okay, I forgot to, you always got to be careful. I got to select to infuse the life magic. And now I'm ready. Whoop, I think I deselected it. Okay, it's now being used. Why is that not on there? Looks like it's glowing. Looks like it's going to happen. So this will do 2 damage. It should kill the bandit archer, and it should do some significant damage to the bandit guard. Man, -1 with the archer, but I was able to kill her anyway. And he's muddled now, so even though he has strengthened, it actually just becomes a normal attack. So if a figure has advantage and disadvantage both, they just cancel each other out. Any items that add debuffs? So I'll tell you what I have. I have a healing potion with Cragheart right now, and I have a Warhammer that will stun during a melee attack. So I'm saving that. What's kind of interesting is Cragheart is a pretty heavy melee fighter, or a ranged fighter. So I haven't really found a lot of use for the Warhammer yet. Now the Scoundrel has. I need to look at her items, but I can't. I guess exactly look at it just yet. I'm not going to burn this card, but I am going to go ahead and move up. Now the question is, why can't? Oh, he's immobilized, so I can't move. So I'm going to skip that. And then we'll take a look at the Scoundrel. Does have some items also. Oof. So he threw daggers, took 2 damage. Not a big deal. Really beautiful, even zoomed in. I mean, this art, the textures on the dungeons, everything has this really cool kind of cel shady look. The field of vision does a really good job of hiding the walls when you're moving around, so you can always see everything no matter where you're turning. I just think technically they just have a lot of polish on this. Even for early access, it's pretty amazing. And I did have one crazy computer power shutdown, but I think that was an electricity problem, not a game problem. So that'll be the end of the round. Alright, so let's look at what the Scoundrel has. She has the Eagle Eye Goggles, which I have used once to gain advantage on an attack. And then she also has a healing potion. So you don't really get a lot of items to start off with when you're playing in adventure mode, but it's kind of similar to the game when you're level 1. You only get 30 gold to spend. So I'm going to try to range attack him, but I'm also going to try to grab the gold right next to him, and then she'll move forward and grab that other gold. So we'll just do something that is a burn ability on the bottom, just to use for the basic movement. Now she only has one choice. She could disarm that trap eventually, but I think I need to make sure that I attack him and hopefully kill him before he can go. So selected, he's moving 2 and attacking 2, but not until after. I always give Joe crap about this whenever we're playing the physical, sort of physical board game. When do you drink the healing potion, right? Like right now, my scoundrel is missing 3 hit points, but if I drink the potion, it's no longer available for the rest of the scenario. I do have healing cards, I just don't have any right now. I'd have to rest. And there's only one guy left, so I'm not really worried about dying. And I definitely don't think I should drink the healing potion yet. Healing potion to me is pretty drastic. You want to drink it if you have no other options. So I think I'll move up. And then skip movement. Now this is only going to be an attack 3 because unfortunately there's no allies adjacent to him. Ooh. I wish you could kind of replay the hit because I missed what modifier I drew, but it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure, but it was enough to kill him. Alright, so he's going to move forward. Actually, he could heal, but he won't be able to move if I do that. And then we'll attack, but we'll skip that. So she is missing 2 hit points now, or 3, and she's out of cards. So I'm going to have her long rest. And he is going to, if he can move, he's got backup ammunition, so he's going to be able to move up to the gold or into the doorway. I'll probably have him move into the doorway. And then what can he do once he's there? Nothing. He doesn't have any range attacks left, which is kind of interesting. So I'll just use Avalanche just as a card to kind of throw away. So we'll do move 3. Oh, you have to be really careful. The waypoint sometimes will draw the line of movement through traps, so you got to kind of make sure you select, and you can just select by left clicking. You can select each space you want to move through actually if you want to get in the habit of doing that. But I imagine that's something they'll fix eventually, where it won't pass through traps unless there's no other choice. Alright, looks like this might be the last room. I don't see any more doors. When I hold down the tab key, it looks like there's no more traps, or no more doors. There are traps. All bandit archers. So this is not great. They're going to be moving right after and attacking for 3 damage apiece, so he's going to be taking a huge amount of damage here. So he can't really do anything. So I'm going to do the basic attack and just skip it. Ooh, so she just drew a critical hit, and I have to take 6 damage. Okay, that's a little bit easier to see. I like that it's on top. The modifier card is, for the most part, on top of you. Oh, and I guess there wasn't enough range there for that guy to fire, which is nice. Okay, so Scoundrel has to pick a card to get rid of. Well, I can get rid of Thief Snack, even though it's got a great attack on the bottom half of the card. I don't think I'm going to be doing any trap disarming, although I could. I'd love to be able to. Okay, So unfortunately, he only has one attack left, or one set of cards left. And none of them are healing. I could do a short rest right now and get my healing back. And he also does have his heal 5 potion that he can do, so I don't even really need to worry about healing. And you'll notice the durability on this is 2, so I believe if I use it, I need to look up durability again. Let's see. I know there's a how to play. Items, durability. Each time you reach your adventure's destination village, your items will lose a point of durability. So this is kind of interesting, because I want to look that up to verify. But if I don't use this healing potion, it's gonna degrade anyway. So I do think I'm gonna use the potion. Might as well. I am gonna short rest, because I kind of want to go a little bit earlier, even though I have some cards left. This is the last room, so I should be okay. Alright, I'll take that as a burn card for Unstable Upheaval. Unfortunately, that's my low initiative card. I should have thought about that. So now I'm going to use my Rumbling Advance. That's my earliest card, and then I'm going to try to hit both of these guys with Avalanche. That's a pretty good hit if I can pull it off. She's going to have to get up there. I really wish I could pull. Well, she's got to use Venom Shiv for the high movement, but the question is can I don't think I can move through this obstacle, but I think I can move to the left of the bandit archers. So I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and be right here in between them both. So let's see if we can... I can't attack 2 people. But I can do the flanking strike, just so she goes pretty early. And that'll kind of split up the damage, I'm hoping. And Crackheart's still hurting a little bit. So the bandit archers are going to be moving after us, and they're attacking. Their attack is only 1, but they can attack both of us if they can get within range. So I'm going to go ahead and drink my potion. Oh no, this is her. Ha. She also has a potion, which is degrading. I mean, it's not degrading to her, but so I'm gonna move 5 for her up here, and there is one of these bandit archers is on top of a treasure chest, so I want to get that. So I'm gonna attack 3. Probably this farther one. Alright, only did 2 damage because I drew a -1. So he is the one I want to make sure that I use my potion. And what's difficult is sometimes when I click this bag, what you have to do is click the bag and not try to mouse over the card to click it. So when I clicked it, then when I click the bag, it automatically brings up the healing confirmation. So he's pretty much back to normal. And I've now consumed this card. Okay, so he... Man, he's only going to be able to move 2. So I'm not sure why I brought that card up, unfortunately. For a second I couldn't click there. So that movement did a damage. And now I'll attack 4. And I am going to go ahead and use my attack because that's going to stun these guys. It should kill her, but So maybe I shouldn't use that, because it's a one-use kind of thing. Yeah, maybe I'll save that. It's going to do 4 damage, probably going to kill. Yeah. I should have looked at my modifiers. I only had 3 -1s left. Ooh, so she took 2 damage. So you might be wondering, why did the Bandit Archer... Nice. Oh, they can... So the Bandit Archers could attack us both. That's why we both took damage, but... If 2 players are equidistant from an attacker, how does it decide? Which in this case, we're exactly the same spaces away. So how it decides if it's tied, then it goes by who's ever earlier in the initiative, and Scoundrel was first. That's why I got attacked. Scoundrel got attacked first. So I think I'm just going to move up on the treasure chest and grab this gold here. And attack, of course. So opposing strike seems good. One of these days I'm going to use it for its actual use. I could use Dirt Tornado. As a matter of fact, that might be smarter because I can eat the... I can muddle them and eat the earth to do that, although I can also... push, but there's no... Oh, there is a trap. Okay, so I'm going to use Crater instead. And that will let me push him back into that trap, hopefully. Push her. And she's going to... I'm going to make Crushing Grasp my early initiative card and just move on top of the treasure. Or I could just loot 1, actually, and get the treasure. Either way is a winner. If she goes quickly... Let's see. I do really want to use the smoke bomb. But maybe I'll save that a little bit for a little bit. She's not doing too badly on damage, but maybe I'll use singled out and just attack so that I can actually get +2 attack. Okay. Then I'll use quick hands just in case I'm not in attack range. I still can be. Okay. So Joe, the boss is always at the end of a path. So you pick a path. You have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 dungeons. I've only seen a two dungeon path so far. And at the end of the path, I think you have a... Well, no, it might be at the end of the last dungeon in the path. And then when you get to the end of the path, you reach your destination and you get your reward. I actually thought there was going to be a big boss fight at the end of the path, but that's not always the case. Maybe there is sometimes. Okay, so Bandit Archer is going to move and attack, and they actually are going first, unfortunately. So he's going to take 2 damage. Oof. Okay, so the Scoundrel's down to 4 hit points. What is the Scoundrel doing? Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to push... Well, maybe I can. Oh, yeah, because it's a range attack. Okay, so I'm still going to be able to push this guy into the trap. So I'm going to do this range attack first. It's attack 3, range 3, and it's going to push, and I get an experience point. So I'm going to hit this guy. It'll probably kill her anyway. Yeah, killed her anyway. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and loot one. 10 gold from the treasure chest. So far, that's been one thing from the treasure chest. Well, I guess I did get an item in the last dungeon, but there's been a lot of gold rewards for treasure chests, which is okay, but it'd be nice to see a little more variety eventually. Again, the game's pretty bare bones as far as what you're seeing character-wise and adventure-wise, but man, even with that, I still think this game has so much enjoyability to playing it. It's definitely not boring to play and figure out the moves. I'm not feeling a whole lot of sense of dying, although right now I'm pretty low health. A sense that I'm going to die, but that kind of makes it kind of interesting if you're pretty close on some dungeons. I'm sure they're going to be tweaking the AI, but even with just this kind of bare bones gameplay right now and not a lot of items and things like that, I still feel like this game is going to be amazing. I probably should have gone down and not attacked. So I'm going to heal. But I'll skip attack this time. But I definitely want to collect this gold. Yeah, that's a good question. I think they have the roadmap online, but they haven't really said for sure when the next step of the roadmap is coming, which I believe is to add the Tinker. They did say it was coming up in the fall, I think. So maybe, hoping maybe a month or so, because really it's all about just making sure the character animations, everything in the actual world works. So I would think it's just the maybe visual effects of the cards and the actual moving of the characters and animations of the character, so you can kind of just drop characters in pretty, I would think, easily once the world is done, or a little more easily. I'm going to have him move 4. He's going to try to get this gold everywhere. And the problem is nobody can really attack, because that will end the game. I want to try to grab as much gold as I can. And I also want to try to get some XP a little bit. So this archer's moving, but attacking in a pretty huge amount of damage. So I gotta be really careful. Oh, I can only move 3. Oh, she's up here. Silly. Okay, skipping the rest of movement. And then I'll go ahead and use throwing knives. That'll take off half the damage. And no. That killed him. So unfortunately, I am not going to be able to finish. But I will be able to grab the last bit of gold that I can. I drew the ×2 critical hit. And so... And I can't even squeeze out any XP, but that's okay. So yeah, Joe, there's no real discussion yet about when the exact date of the next step is going to be. But I'm pretty sure the Tinker is the next edition. And then I believe when the game releases, they want to have all of the starter classes ready. What's going to be interesting to me is if the campaign mode is ready, there are going to be a lot of people who are going to play through the campaign mode pretty quickly, so I'm wondering how that's going to work, because eventually you can unlock characters and... Okay, so I started on the marches, right? Demon Spire Hollow. Okay. Yeah, so the first, if you click on it, you'll see where it wants you to travel. I'm going the Petrified Forest that's believed to be cursed with the sighting of demons, imps, and even a headless horseman. So traveling. Journey is complete. I'm going to look up the Gloomhaven roadmap. Just so I can verify. So I'm going to enter the village. And of course I've got a lot of gold. I've got 6 XP, 98 gold. I got an item, a healing potion as a reward. And everything that I have has lost a durability. Oh, it looks like I lost the storm wand. So, quarter 3, which would be between now and, what is it, December, November? So between now and October, quarter 3, I'm sorry, yeah, now in October, the Tinkerer is supposed to come out. Mind Thief is quarter 4, so that should be before December. And then at that point, that should be all 6 of the starting characters. And then in 2020, they'll be releasing the new enemies, bosses, mercenaries, environments. I don't know what they mean by mercenaries. Maybe you can take someone along with you on a adventure. And then full launch will be sometime in 2020. Now you notice they didn't say in 2020, but it's just listed as next, so I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I've seen very few bugs or anything like that. So I'm not really sure what they're waiting for, although I'm sure the actual development of these other things is they've spent all this time developing these first few things to get them bug free, and now they gotta get the rest of it bug free. Apparently I can't do anything here. So I'm gonna go in. Why can't I access the... Why can't I do any shopping, I wonder? So it doesn't look like there's any new cards to choose from, at least in adventure mode. They say they've added new cards, but maybe they're upper level cards if these characters level up, which they're about to. I'm going to try to get one more run done so that I can see what happens when I level up. So you'll see I'm kind of taking a path. It looks like I can go closer to my final destination if I go to Demon's Gate, but I think I'm going to stick to the green paths and see exactly how far I go. It looks like I'm going to get a reward of 5 gold and 6 XP, which isn't a lot, but and it always tells you when you look at the paths to choose from how many scenarios you're going to run into. So for the green, you're going to run into 1. For the Journey to Demon's Gate, which will probably be more challenging, you'll get 8 gold and more XP, Boots of Sprinting, but the difficulty is medium. And you just get a lot more stuff if you go difficult. But I'm wondering what happens if you just keep choosing green. Maybe eventually, you'll just move back around in a circle until you choose something harder to move toward the objective. Alright, so I guess I just went right to... Oh, I'm going to travel now. No road events. So it looks like we've got some more bandit guards, bandit archers. Again, one of the things that I'm noticing in adventure mode is because they have... I think they said they've got maybe 6 or 7 different enemies. They're kind of holding off on showing them all at once, so that means that I'm not seeing as much variety here in these first few stages I played. But again, still a really exciting game to kind of play and try to figure out tactically. I think I'll do the Rumbling Advance. I always want to take out the archers, man. They just do a lot more damage than anybody else does. Massive boulder, I think, does a range attack. So I'll just do some crushing grasp. Flanking strike. I mean, I might as well move back around over behind this guy. And then maybe backstab him. But I would have to go after Cragheart, who's going 29, so I think I'm gonna have to use something else to move up next to him. So maybe I'll poison him. Yeah. Alright, so they're moving after, they're moving and attacking. And the elite's definitely moving and attacking. If I can get him surrounded, I'm hoping I won't be able to, he won't be able to, she won't be able to get out of disadvantage. So moving around behind her. Skipping the rest of my movement. Flanking strike. Now I could use my eagle eye goggles because if I long rest it, I get them back. So it's not a consumable item, or it's not a once per scenario item. I think I'll do that. So I've given myself advantage on this attack. It's not going to be for great damage. 3 damage is pretty good, but I'll be able to draw twice. Huh, so I either had a +2 or a ×2. Both great cards to get. So the problem is he's on his own now. He cannot get close enough to attack. So that's kind of a bummer. I'm going to do the bottom part of this card just so that I can add the... Oh, dang it. The scoundrel took some damage. I forgot about that. I should have just done a basic movement. But it infused earth, so I can do a better hit. And I'm just going to skip the attack. So now these guys are going to move. They get to move a lot. And they're going to do okay damage. Oh, there's 3 guards here. I didn't see that. So now that I've set them up, I can attack. I have an attack that can attack 2 enemies right next to each other. So avalanche needs to happen. And that's a pretty big attack. I'll be able to add +1 to that and get some XP, even though it's a burn card. I think it's okay to use. I kind of have a rule: if you don't burn more than 1 card per room on, voluntarily, you should be okay. I'm going to heal someone with Earthen Clod. And then... Backstab's not going to do any good, really. But I can do throwing knives. And... move and poison. Why not? Ooh, so they're going before Cragheart. They're shielding and attacking, so... Cragheart's attack is going to be worse. Okay, confirm both those targets. So throwing knives hits 2 guys and gives me an XP. Alright. Nah. So 2 damage. And then I'm going to move here. And poison. Why didn't she poison? I probably canceled instead of selecting a target. Okay, so Cragheart's going to take 3 damage and be poisoned. So the problem with being poisoned that you have to be careful of is... I didn't see that on their card. Oh, they are poisoned. So the problem with being poisoned is every time you take a hit, you take extra damage, but when you try to heal, it gets rid of the poison condition and doesn't heal you. Yeah, I think some of the enemy cards do seem different. I don't remember the bandit guards ever poisoning, but that's cool. I mean, I don't mind having a good variety. So we're going to use this ability here, or the earth with this attack. Oh, but it's a burn condition. Oh well. Well, they're dead. And I'll heal himself, because he's missing more. Man. Oh, that's right. It didn't actually heal him, it just got rid of the poison. So that's the unfortunate thing about healing. And unfortunately, she really needs to heal herself too, and I've used my heal card already. I can go ahead and use my healing potion, but I think I'll wait until she's hurt a little bit more. I'm going to have... I'll have him move quickly. And we'll do opposing strike just to attack. Man, I wish... She can move pretty quickly with backstab. And then just do an attack. A single out attack. Alright, so he's going very late. But he's doing a pretty big attack, so... I'm going to have her move up because she's taking a little bit less damage. I really need to use singled out bottom ability, because for attack she's going to get +2 attack. Although I guess I did that at the very end of the last one. Alright, so she could attack 3. Man, I drew a negative something. -1 probably. Yeah, because he only did 2 damage. Oh, and once again I've screwed myself out of... Man. So he can't move anywhere. That's going to help out. Well, darn it. So he'll come here and get this gold. Ooh, she's taking 4 damage, and yeah, because she was poisoned, she's definitely taking a lot of damage. So he needs to heal if he can, and he can't. She needs to take her potion, but that's not going to do a lot of damage, or healing. So I think I'll have her go early with Smoke Bomb, just to move out of there. And I'll do quick hands to attack. So I should go faster than him. I should attack and then be able to retreat. And then he'll move up with just a regular move. What kind of attack is not ranged? Well, I'll attack him at range and then move up. So hopefully he'll... Nope. He's moving after. So I'm going to skip the movement, attack. +1, so he's dead. Nice. Okay. Whew. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and heal. Just because it's going to be a little while before I rest, just to get rid of the poison. So all the room has been looted. He's missing 1, 2, 3, 4 hit points. I'm just going to have him move up here. And we'll just, for fun, destroy an obstacle. Fades away. Oh, it's still got a bottle hovering in the air. Oh, no, it disappeared. Okay, so it'll be easier for her to walk to the door now. So I should probably Dirt Tornado. Even though it's not going to do a lot of damage. She definitely needs to long rest. This might be a tough adventure this time. Alright, so I could either stop here and do Dirt Tornado. I could move back. Dirt Tornado has a range of 2, so if I move back, I could move back here. And that would still allow me to play Dirt Tornado and muddle these guys. Alright, so drawing modifiers. -1 times 2. Times 2 for the archer is good. I like that. And they're both muddled. Now, do I want to go ahead and heal him? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm only missing 4, so I think it'd be kind of a waste of some of the potion. Okay. Ooh. So I'll take 1 damage, no big deal. Oh, so he drew a -1, still did 3 damage. He's hurting, so I definitely need to take the potion next round. Okay, so I need to get rid of an ability. I just love them all. Don't want to get rid of healing. I guess I'll get rid of Venom Shiv. Okay, so he's gonna use his potion, but unfortunately he's gonna have to short rest because he can't wait. So I'm gonna lose Dirt Tornado, but that's okay. So I need to heal. So hopefully that will be pretty early. If the potion heals me pretty well, maybe I don't need to heal both this round. Yeah, maybe I'll do the shield too. And I'll have her go first and move up there. Even though they're both going to take damage, but they'll block more damage. And she'll try to move up. Flanking Strike will move her 5. So she could stand in front of him. And heal. And then that should be pretty good for healing. I should be back up a little better. Okay, both of them are moving after Archer's attacking and mobilizing. Okay. Okay, so she's going to move up in place of Cragheart. And heal herself. Oh, Gotta skip the movement. Alright, so she's pretty much back to normal. So he's taking his potion. He's using his shielding. So I'll take a damage, but to get 2 shielding. And then I'll go ahead and heal him back up to full so he can get back to tanking. And that also infused nature. Okay, so no damage because he drew a -1 modifier. No damage, nice. So that was a really great card to play. Just in the sense of being able to cancel attacks. Even though you take a little bit of damage at the beginning, it kind of negates a lot of damage in the end. Okay, so I'm going to have him move up and... Oh, there's a burn card, okay. Wish I could use opposing strike. Still can't. I could try to get backup ammunition ready. It'll give me a lot of XP. But I also don't really have much to do. Yeah, maybe I'll heal, do backup ammunition. Definitely doing a lot more prep card things. So she'll single out. I want to see this kick off. And then she'll move to an attack. Well, she's got to go pretty fast. Maybe I'll do throwing knives, which will be disadvantage somewhat, but for half the attack. But ooh, Banneguard goes really early. Although my moves were kind of late. Why did I pick 86? Ugh. Okay. Alright, so she's getting healed. And then I'm going to go ahead and use backup ammunition. So he'll be able to add a target every time he wants to attack. And they have to be ranged attacks. So hopefully I still have some good ones left. He has some pretty good... Ooh, 4 damage. Not great. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and confirm the next 4 attacks will be at +2. Oh, but it has to be not adjacent to any of their allies. Okay, so I'm going to do this attack, and I'm going to target the farther guy first, because if I can kill him, then the next attack will be at a disadvantage, but he won't be next to an ally, so it'll add +2. So that did kill him. Why did I get to... Oh, I didn't select a second target. See, this is where you got to be really careful, because I just selected one guy. I selected the farther guy, but the problem is that I forgot to select the closer guy just to get an attack on him. And I like the little overlay up here on the... what's really cool is up here on the character portraits, whenever you use an activated ability, it tells you how long it lasts, which is infinite until it runs out. And it also tells you what step you're on. Whether you're just looking at it, you can see 1 out of 4 pips. And if you hover over it, you see how much XP You can also click on the icon to cancel it anytime, which of course I don't want to. And he's got his 2, and it shows how much XP you're going to get. So the first step she got nothing, but she'll get 1 on the second step and 4th step, and he'll get XP every time he uses it, which is cool. And it stays up here kind of in your available abilities up at the top, so you can kind of remind yourself. I do need to use range attacks, but I don't need to use one now. I just need to move up and kill him. So massive boulder will let me move a little bit farther. I am going to try, let's see if I can immobilize anybody. It doesn't look like I can. Well, I definitely want to backstab. Pull to attack, okay. And then I can use Thieves' Knack to attack a second time, so she'll get 2 attacks, which should be enough to kill him, but she's on her own. Looks like he's shielding. Oh, he is attacking and poisoning. Okay, so I got to make sure and finish him off. So he's not adjacent to any of his allies, so that's going to be +2. I am not. He's not adjacent to one of my allies, unfortunately. So it's just +2. So that's 5. And then I did. Remember, I've done the singled out. So I'm going to get an XP plus attack +2. So that's +4. So 7 attack should be enough to kill him. Even with a -1, I still got 6. So at this point, she doesn't need to attack 3 on the bottom of that. I'm just going to have her move forward, grab the loot. I'm really glad. It looks like I'll be going into one more room. I'm really glad that I have grabbed, or that I've activated these abilities, because I'm kind of testing the ability of being able to push yourself with burning enough cards to do good damage while not exhausting. That's kind of a really delicate balance you got to learn how to do. With each character, it's different. So he's not going to attack. I'll just skip it. And I feel like I still, having played the physical game so many times, I still feel like I'm ending games with some characters with too many cards left in my hand. I mean, technically you should be kind of going exhausted at the same time. Alright. So, we're doing Rock Tunnel. I'm just going to kind of do a basic... I'm going to do Crater because I want to attack at range once I open the door. But I'm going to do Rock Tunnel just as a basic movement. I think I'll even let Crater be my leading card and give me initiative because I really don't want to go early. Well, hers is easy. She only has 2 abilities to pick before she has to rest. Alright, so she's going first. I'll do a basic move. She's just going to move up here. And grab the loot. I think one of the problems that I had is I'm in the middle of a path right now, and I should have... No, I finished that path. Wonder why I'm not able to go and shop. I'm going to have to research this. It's kind of interesting. I just picked a new path, but before I start the path, I certainly should be able to go buy things. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right buttons. Ooh, we got some guys behind some... This is cool. I like this utilization of some... Because obstacles, they can shoot over those, but I can't move through them, so I have to move pretty far. And as a matter of fact, I can't even move far enough to be able to attack these guys. Wow. I really need some boots is the problem. Need some boots. So I'm going to have to skip the attack. That range attack wasn't good enough. Wasn't far enough, let's put it that way. Nice, no damage. We got an elite archer. Which means some pretty strong... I think I'm just going to short rest. He's full health. Okay, so I'm going to lose my healing, but that's okay. Because at this point I'm gonna go until I die. Or until I destroy. Gotta get that treasure chest, but I'm going to try to go as early as I can. I lost my really early initiative cards, unfortunately. So I'm going to go early with Crushing Grasp, which is a good attack. I just have to move far enough to be able to use it. So I'll move. I mean, might as well use Massive Boulder, although it's a range attack. Maybe I don't need to... Well, I need to use Crushing Grasp to go early in the initiative, but I do want to... I can add a target to my range attack, so maybe I should be focusing on that. I can do Crater for sure. Yeah. Attack 3, range 3, I'll be able to hit both these guys. Okay, so that's smarter. Backup ammunition still needs to get used. Alright, so the... Unfortunately, the Scoundrel, I think, is just going to have to long rest. She's kind of low on hit points. No. Throwing Knives is a range attack, and I want to utilize her single out ability. So I think I'm going to be okay with getting rid of the range attack. It's one of my low initiative cards, but she's like all low initiative, actually. So she'll use Flanking Strike to move quickly, and then maybe Smoke Bomb at the end. Yeah, because she'll have double attack. Yeah, it'll be pretty amazing. Okay, Bandit Archer Elite's going to be hitting pretty hard, and Bandit Archer, they're going to do some heavy damage to Cragheart here. So she's going to move first. 5. She definitely can't take a lot of damage. Can't tank for him. He's still full health, so I'm not too worried. But she's going to use her invisibility. Gives me some XP and doubles the next attack. Nice. I like the invisibility animation. So they just treat her like an obstacle when she's invisible. Man, 4 damage just for that first attack. But that is the elite. And they're just sitting behind that barrier, enjoying life. Okay, so he can attack. He could attack here, which I think I'm going to do because I can hit both of them with my added target. Man, I wish it wouldn't try to recenter on Cragheart so that I could see... I wonder if that's an option. No, there are no options. I just don't want to center on him so I can see the... So it's easier for me to see the modifiers, but maybe I need to zoom out a little bit. So pretty good damage. I'm going to have him just kind of move up here. Maybe I'll be in the way, though. Move up here and grab the gold. Alright. So I'm ending the round. The fastest I can go with is Earthen Clod. I can heal him with that. Massive Boulder will let him... Well, what might be smarter is to move back and use... yeah, Massive Boulder to attack. Because I'll get to, once again, add another target. Okay, so she's got to go early, so I have to choose Thief's Knack, but she'll just move 2 spaces, basic movement with it. And then I'll use... Oh, but I guess I don't need to. Oh, but I can use Quick Hands to move first, and then Thief's Knack bottom to attack 3. So I'll have 2 attacks. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, it has both the smoke bomb up here and single out, just to remind me. I don't... Normally, if you're invisible, you want to wait the next round to go as late as possible, because you stay invisible until it's your turn. Unfortunately, if Cragheart takes 2 more hits by these archers, I'm going to be hurting, and his initiative is already pretty high. Yeah, see, he's not even going to go until after they go. So I got to try to get rid of at least one of these guys. So this is a pretty cool combo. I'm going to use Quick Hands, top part of that card, to move 2, attack 2. So I'm moving up adjacent. Now this attack, remember, is +2 because of the singled out, and then doubled because of smoke bomb. So we'll see how much damage. And it's my ×2. So 8 damage. That's pretty good. And unfortunately, I won't get to use my attack 3. But what I can do is move close, and hopefully the other archer won't be able to get advantage, or will stay in disadvantage. No. Ooh, nice. -2 modifier, reduce the damage to nothing, but I am immobilized, but that's not too bad. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and move forward and get this treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the nice thing about this attack 2 is it's range 5. So he can shoot from a long way away. And that actually ends the dungeon, thankfully. Well, yeah, but I did get the treasure. Telescopic lens. During your range attack, add +2 range to your entire attack action. That's cool. So this is a different item. At least I've never seen this item in the physical board game. It could be somewhere in there, I would imagine. But that's definitely cool. +2 range, so really long range attacks possible. And 10 gold. Thanks, Joe. Alright, so we ended that round in the dungeon. Alright, so I think maybe I have to go actually get to a city to be able to go shopping. Lowtown houses the descendants of the refugees from the Great War. Some have worked out how to make a living, many haven't. Life is cheap here, and some shops are too. But don't expect to find powerful magic artifacts. Alright. Oh, and we got Demon's Gate over here. So there's a friendly fence. Does that mean I can shop here? Doesn't seem like it. So we'll go to Lowtown. Complete. Hey, I gained 5 gold and I'm going to level up, which you usually do in the physical game in town, so I'm assuming I can do that now. I also received a scroll of healing. Heal 3, range 5 action. So I can heal other people, so it's unlike a potion, you can heal other people. All my items have lost durability, so I think I lost all my potions. Yeah. Okay, so there is a friendly fence tavern. I think I couldn't... So I think you actually have to be in certain locations to be able to buy things. Like I can purchase something now. I can buy a Mask of Terror. During your melee attack, add push. That's actually good. And then Blinking Cape. During your turn, perform a move 4 jump action. That's really good. Mask of Terror, Blinking Cape. Both of those are items that lose durability, but one of them has 6 durability, so that's not bad. And I can level up, I think. So let's see what happens when we level up. Level up. Okay, so Scoundrel has reached level 2. So I now have access to 2 cards. I can only choose one of them. Now if I want to, when I reach level 3, come back and get the other level 2 card, I can. But it's kind of a branching path type level up system. I can either take a flintlock, which lets me loot on the top, or attack on the bottom, which is kind of cool. And it's at a range 4. but it's a 90. So it's definitely a flintlock, hard to load. Open wound, add a wound, attack 4, add wound, and gain 1 XP when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. Wow. So that's definitely something, and it's a move 5 on the bottom, and it's a low initiative, so it seems the best to me in the sense of, I do like flintlock idea, it's cool, but, and it's a burn ability. Whereas this has no burn abilities, it's low initiative, high movement, high attack. If you can get next to allies, it also adds wounds. Wound is an ability that takes off 1 damage every time that character, that enemy, takes an action. So it's a pretty good one. So that's basically what happens when you level up. You also get more hit points. There are perks, but there are no perks in the game so far that I can see. They're kind of passive abilities they add to your modifier decks, usually. So there's no ability to do anything with modifier decks yet. But I mean, they're going to have that eventually. It's in all of the games. Ooh, interesting. So he has 3 choices. Explosive punch. Destroy 1 adjacent obstacle. Target all enemies adjacent to the destroyed obstacle. That's a good card to have, although it's a lost card. Attack 3, disarm 3, disarm, range 3, gain, okay, XP, more healing, which I think they might unfortunately need that. And it's a kind of nice, it's kind of cool. I like that sentient growth because I can heal on the bottom and heal on heal on the top at range and also attack at the same time. I'm going to take that one. Because he's definitely got to kind of tank and heal. Alright, that's pretty cool. So what am I going to spend money on? That's the question. I do like both of these. So I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase them. I mean, I don't have anything else to do with money right now. So maybe I'll have her wear the blinking cape. And then he will use the helmet, the Mask of Terror. But then I've also got this telescopic lens. Huh. She's already got the eye goggles, so we can't... See, this was bad. I shouldn't have... I forgot about the telescopic lens. But I am going to go ahead and use that Mask of Terror, because maybe I can push some guys into things, into traps. Whereas the telescopic lens is nice range, but I don't know. I didn't purchase it. I should have. Maybe... Oh, I know what I can do. I can just sell the telescopic lens, because I'm never going to be able to use it. See? I'm smart, right? So I think that I didn't end up wasting as much money. One thing that I'm interested in too is what happens, like, are there only durability items? It'd be nice to be able to get some permanent items at some point. Ooh, so I have to actually pick which of the cards I'm taking. So if Sentient Growth goes, I gotta replace something else. And that's going to be tough. I mean, Rock Tunnel's okay. The Scoundrel also has to do the same thing. Man, I've really gotten a lot of use out of... Well, Venom Shiv is a nice replacement for Open Wound, or a nice substitute to take out. Because Open Wound does a lot of damage, just like Venom Shiv. It does wound, whereas Venom Shiv does poison. And they both have move 5 on the bottom, so that seems a good trade out. Now, that's one thing, when you do level up, you're still limited on cards, so you begin to and you can re-equip every time you do a different mission or path. You can re-equip cards, and I think even in between missions, in between scenarios. Okay, so I think what's happening here is I'm going. It looks like I'm kind of going back. Wonder what level they want you to be. Just says 2 skulls. Maybe, I wonder if it decreases in difficulty once you level up to a certain point. Well, I think I will go to... I'll try this a little bit more. I'm going to stick to the green path. Oh. So still haven't had a lot of random encounters yet. I'm going to stick to the green path until something changes. Either... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to eventually take yellow and red paths to move closer to the objective. But we'll see. Well, I only have about 4 minutes left until I wanted to kind of end streaming, but I did... I think I will probably just stop here. That way I'm kind of right at the start instead of right in the middle of another adventure until next week. But definitely some really cool things. Got to see level up, just choosing 2 new cards. Looks like, yeah, I definitely have some higher hit points. He used to be at 12, now he's at 15. She used to be 9, and I think she's 11. So definitely more hit points. Of course, they will level up as you level up as well. Got some new items and gold. So kind of interested in how the pathing system works exactly in here when I'm going to get to the higher level stuff. Maybe it won't be for a little while. The path won't open up, but definitely some interesting ideas. Definitely like to keep taking a look at this. So I'll probably keep going next week, and keep going until we figure out how this all ends somehow. But until then, we got one more episode this weekend. We're finishing up on Saturday at 12 midnight on DeFebruar's channel. We're doing table flipping games, taking a look at one final possibility for our campaign game, First Martians, which has been really cool, a lot of fun to play. We'll be finishing that up and then kind of discussing and deciding a little bit about what we're going to play for our real campaign. Been doing some one-off breaks. And then I'll be back here, of course, next Tuesday, previewing some more Gloomhaven. So be sure and tune in and check out. But until then, everybody have a great week, and I'll see you all Saturday or back here next Tuesday. Bye.